You're horrible, honestly. Burst into flame.
The difference between what's pretend and what's real.
Burst into flame. You're horrible. Flame.
Not really sure what happened there with the intro. It kind of finished earlier than I was expecting it to, which was weird. Welcome, Jacob. Tried out Sifu on Game Pass. Heard very good things. Apparently I'm dropping frames like a biznitch. Oh, my current setting is higher than the recommended. Oh, YouTube, you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. You're so smart. You're so smart, YouTube. You'll figure it out. Welcome to another Escape Route stream. This opportunity was brought to us by Keymailer, Red Art Games, and the letter P. P for promotion of somebody else's game. And also something that I like the look of, so I requested a key, and here we are. So I'm going to jump right in. Game key was provided by the publisher, just to make sure that that is understood before we jump in. Any views that I share may be ever so slightly biased in favour of the game in question. I'll do my best to avoid that being the case. Now, to look at this was like a top-down shooter, very gothic horror-themed, and I thought, yes, this seems like my kind of thing. So I went ahead and requested a key and got one. I will be honest, part of the reason why I requested a key was also because Red Art Games have been very good to us so far in terms of keys, and this is another case where I requested a key from Red Art Games and got one. They seem to be pretty good at this sort of thing. Yamabe no Akihito, third knight of the Angelic Empire of Britannia, reporting for duty. Thank you for coming, Hito. I have a high priority assignment for you. I am present only to give voice to Waltham for the duration of this briefing. Thank you for coming, third knight. I will assist the Queen in explaining the seriousness of the situation. First of all, we received reliable reports that Lillian, my niece, was seen on the Isle of Portland, the Burleigh Manor. Correct, the very island where 2 years ago her father summoned the fog, leading to the Citadel incident in London a year ago. So I take it this is like Skautfold 1, Skautfold 2. I have been reliably informed that I don't need to have played the first two games to be able to play and appreciate this one, so... It appears that she decided to surface in the same place she was last seen during the incident. Surely this is no coincidence. Our thoughts exactly. However, this is not all. Several other reports point to serious SOW activity on the island. SOW? Sons of Washington on the mainland? Disturbing indeed. Disturbing indeed. Their group of rebels have gained increased popularity in the American colonies in the last 2 years, especially thanks to the Citadel incident. Is it me or is there too much light in here? Spookane! So Epic is suing Apple and Samsung for apparently hindering competition for using a block? What? How about Huawei sues the United States government for blocking Google on their devices? And I played Jack and Daxter: The Lost Frontier on PS Plus today. I played a demo of that for Demo Derby. I think I did something... Was it April Fool's last year? I did one Demo Derby episode every hour for the 24 hours of April Fool's Day, and that was one of the demos that I played. They were all PSP demos. The group of rebels have gained increased popularity in the American colonies in the last 2 years, especially thanks to the Citadel incident. There is the possibility that Princess Lillian is cooperating with Sons of Washington. In this case, if this is the case, the situation is far more serious. 2 years ago, during the Barrelline Manor incident, she was part of the ritual to call upon the fog, therefore she possesses a lingering connection to it. Could she call upon the fog? Would the Sons of Washington risk that? Just a strike at the homeland. She won't be able to call down the fog, not without sufficient amount of sacrifice, Snake. The islanders are at serious risk. The local battalion on the island stopped reporting 2 days ago. However, sending a substantial force to Portland, solely based on a handful of reports, might be taken as a sign of weakness, both by our citizens and our foreign enemies. This is exactly why we cannot move a large force until we have more information, hence why I made a decision to send you there to investigate. Your assignment is twofold. First of all, search the island incognito and confirm any Sons of Washington activity. Secondly, you are to locate Princess Lillian. If found, you are to apprehend her and bring her back here at all costs. We can assume the fifth knight, Vice, is also present. He was last seen with the princess, so be careful. His assignment is the protection of the princess, no matter the cost. I have to stress the delicate nature of this situation. Ever since the Barrelline incident 2 years ago, the island has suffered tremendously, and the manor remains a source of terror. You are aware that the island sits upon something nobody outside of our inner circle should learn about. Should the SOW try to call down the fog again... I didn't expect Jack to sound the way he did in Swedish. The game had a Swedish dub? Even if it contradicts your other directives, suffice to say, this will not appear anywhere in your report. So long as the Empress wishes so. I'm reluctant to trust Walton, but he is correct. The Empire suffered 2 significant blows in just 2 years. We cannot allow any further signs of weakness. As you wish, Your Highness. Oh, did I get an achievement for watching the briefing? Pure mode. Pure action, no leveling, no stats, no build, and no grind. RPG mode. Build your character using 6 different stats, personalize your playstyle, and grow your character's power. I mean, both sound good, but I'm not in a growing mood today. I'm in a blowing mood today. Okay, normal mode. Enemies will provide decent challenge. You can achieve all possible endings. Enemies are on default settings. Enemies will sometimes engage in infighting. You'll take normal damage. Casual. In this mode, you will not be able to achieve the best possible ending. Love the CalArts style profile there. Hard rock. Enemies have increased stats. Enemies will rarely engage in infighting, and they take lower crossfire damage. Let's play on normal. The word normal implies that's how the game was intended to be played, so... It's a babby. How is babby formed? With them holding the knife like that, I'm thinking this is more like, how is babby deformed? Or disfigured, maybe. Yai yog sototh thugan kashan, yai shom I'm not saying that because somebody might be able to clip my voice and make me say something bad. Yai. We offer the vitae of this infant to quench thine thirst. Answer us, old one. He killed Francois! Okay. Right stick to aim. RT to fire. I guess LB to kick? Oh, I got a cleaver too. Okay. Die bootlicker. I beg your pardon? Somebody rescue the baby! Oh, I'm deaf buying this. Oh, ho, ho, ho. We love to see it. Baby rescued. The contact is late. He should have been waiting for me here. He sounded nervous on the telephone. If he has photographs of both Lillian and the SOW soldiers, I can call the Empress and they should deploy a full division here by tomorrow. It's snowing, but it's July. Christmas in July! Panasonic Blu-ray! Huh. Vice, the fifth knight. As the third knight of the Angelic Empire of Britannia and your superior, I order you to stand down immediately and follow me back to... I'm sorry. Oh shit. ACGGHHHH. And a good day to you too, lapdog. Princess Lillian. I was sure I hit your spine. Oh well, Nicola's tools are way too effective. Takes the fun out of killing. You are to return to the capital as per... Gosh, even with a gaping hole in your back, you'd still do your duty. So my auntie noticed our presence and decided to send a knight, no less. No worries, it's too late. We already called upon the fog, and this beautiful snow is a sign that it is embracing the island as we speak. Not to mention that all the SOW troops have now arrived. It's perfect. You'll have a wonderful time with the islanders. No, Vice, we can't kill him. What if he has a contract with that snake Walton? No, he needs to suffer here as long as possible, and we need to prepare a great many more rituals. Stop. Stop gurgling, it's beneath your station. Keep your dignity intact and bleed out slowly for me, will you? Let's go, Vice. Wow, she's a bitch. She is a bona fide bitch. That's a lot of snow. It's a guy with a brain in a... I was just about to say a guy with a brain in a jar, and then literally the character's name is Brain in a Jar. Did Hideo Kojima name this character? Elder gods, look at the state she left you in. Don't talk, I prefer you didn't bleed out here. I'm sorry I'm late, but SOW mobilized earlier than I expected. I had to dodge the roadblocks they set up. Where are my manners? Just call me Marigold. I told you, no need to talk. I know you would read off the whole title if you could, so let's just pretend you said Third Knight of Angelic Empire of Britannia. Despite my tardiness, I do have good news for you. Even considering my current predicament, that being a brain in a jar, I can save your life. Not only that, but I can offer you my very special cape. What? The cape I am wearing is alive. It's a life form that leeches off its wearer, but crucially it can also stand in for their organs and repair massive damage if it's fed vitae. If I were to give cape to you. Will you help me stop the princess and those SOW scum? After all, it was your original assignment, if I'm not mistaken. How? Word travels fast in their internment camps. So are you up to it? I'll give you this cape, so it will heal you and aid in your assignment. But of course, the cape will feed on your vitae while you wear it. It's a symbiotic parasite. It will be very painful, but considering your circumstances. One more thing. You need to take me with you. My metal body is running out of power, and I would like to assist you in your assignment. I want to see her arrested as much as you, my friend. Just hold out your hand if you agree to these terms. No. What, even in your condition you would refuse help? I can't tell if you're too proud or just that stupid. Well, I suppose I'll have to use my other plan. Good night, third night. Oh. I'm satisfied that it isn't a but thou must situation. That there actually is an outcome for if you say no. Wonderful. Now there's no denying this will hurt, probably even more so than being shot. This is unbelievable. It healed me instantaneously. The cape is a one of a kind. It's from South America, I believe. I'm not very talkative. It's not very talkative, but it definitely has a mind of its own. It feels abnormal. I can feel it moving under my skin. I know it's hard to believe, but it's harmless. In fact, it wants to keep you alive and fit, so that it can feast on the vitae of your enemies. I must humbly thank you, Admiral. With all due respect, we need to cut the pleasantries short. It's been an hour since the fog was summoned, and both the Princess and Vice have vanished. We must locate them as soon as possible. You mentioned an internment camp. Where are you held? That will have to wait. We must go to Easton. This and Nick Jr. Party Adventure might be my next buys. I really want the Monster High game. I will probably end up buying the Monster High game. Sonic X Shadow Generations, I'm happy to report I already have pre-purchase. That's not a problem. My brother is buying Silent Hill 2 Remake, so as soon as he's finished with it, I'll play his copy, unless I can somehow score a copy of it from somewhere. Alan Wake 2, again, my brother is getting a physical copy of that, so I will just borrow his physical copy. It means I'll have to play it on PS5, but it's no big deal. It's the biggest village on the island. Surely it's a bit too obvious to be hiding there. You think so, but I've ever heard SOW guards saying they've lost a few of their man there. That they had lost a few of their man there. They'd lost a few of their men there. It's our best bet for now. It's not as if we can leave the island, and telephone lines don't work through the fog. Alright, we'll head to Easton for now, but you'll have some explaining to do. First, we must make it out of Southwell alive. Alright, I'll keep you under my cape until we find you a new metal body. So I got a brain in a jar inside, like, underneath my coat. The coat is connected to my body and is keeping me alive. That is... Did he call me a wanker? I've only got my hand cannon here. Okay. Disrupt the rituals. That I can do. Elderfrost. And the path is blocked by large ice blocks. I was watching some gameplay of the new Zelda game, and just my immediate thought is, right, let's spawn a table, then let's spawn a box, and let's jump on top of that, and then let's spawn a bed. We'll just climb over there. The dog tag reads, Erineos. The streetlights are still working. That's odd. Fog usually disrupts electrical devices. Kick a barrel to make them roll. So how do I... Is that kick? Yeah. Okay. The only thing this game's really missing is a lock-on, but that would make it too easy. Oh shit! Die, bootlicker! Get that fop doodle! Look, I'm fine with being called a wanker, but if you call me a fop doodle, now I'm mad. One of the hunters looks like he was savaged by something. Yeah, tell me about it. So many great games releasing this month. Not enough money for them. Church seems to be untouched. Maybe. Oh, I'm out of ammo. It seems relatively easy to run out of ammo with the shotgun. I want to be, blasting. Is Split ahead this year? God, I hope not. I mean, it could be. I don't think so. I feel like I would have heard more about Split ahead if it was coming out. Split ahead if it was coming out this year. I feel like I would have heard more about it. So many great games coming out next year. An enemy sees me and, like, immediately I get shot. That's, like, the thing that's catching me out. Sometimes I walk right into enemy fire. And if there's a group of 3 enemies standing there, then that's 3 bullets in my face before I even have time to react to it. Hey, Johnny, how's it going? Checking out Skautfold. It's Into the Fray. It's very interesting. It's a gothic horror top-down shooter. It's a pixel indie, which is normally something that I look at and I sort of scoff. But when I saw this and I saw the screenshots, I knew it was something I wanted to play. And Red Art Games have been very good to us so far. Providing us keys for there was El Rentaros Wanderings, and they also gave us a key for the Sunsoft collection. So they've been very, very good to us so far. And this was definitely on my radar as soon as I saw the screenshots. I was like, yeah. This is like Gothic Postal. The forces here seem to be searching for the locals too. Enemies will trigger Enemies will not trigger traps unless they are kicked into. That's risky. It's risky trying to get close to an enemy to kick them. Only your cape can disrupt rituals. There we go. Do I get some health back? Can I get some health back? How do I get health back? Whoop. Oh. Pug rescued. The Lord of Pugs will be pleased. Rescued a pug. Okay, that is a blocked path. 225 must-buys. MGS Delta, yes. Little Nightmares 3, probably not. Not unless, you know, I play through 1 and 2 and fall in love with it. There's probably a great... I can probably avoid getting that right away. Hey, Vlad! Oh god. Maybe I can't get health back. Maybe this is one of those games where I gotta... See a stamina bar, I say Souls-like. Well, I can dash. Which uses up stamina. Here we go. Well, I've disrupted the ritual. Oh yeah, that was that. Oh fuck, I walked into a trap. I gotta redo the level from scratch. Oh great, okay. Well, at least I know what's coming now. Yeah, I don't have the shotgun yet. Alright. It's fine. I know what's coming now. How's it going, Vlad? This is Skautfold Into the Fray. As you can see, it's a gothic horror top-down shooter. It's got a very nice look to it. Give me that shotgun. There's a shotgun up here. I fucking know it. Yes. Yeah, B, what do we have coming out from Sony in 2025? Concord. Bear Games? Horizon Zero Dawn remake? Remaster? The Last of Us 2 remastered? The dollar in fair game screams a failure. It being an extraction shooter when, you know, the majority of people, you know, gamers have given up on games as service titles. That's where the real stupidity with fair games is. Like, the original trailer looked kind of cool. Like, the characters and setting looked cool, and then they revealed it was, you know, a shooter, like an extraction shooter, and I just lost interest. No, I shouldn't waste my ammo while I'm dealing with these guys. They're easy enough. Thought about checking out the DLCs for Dead Island 2 this month. Seeing as when I bought the game on Xbox Series, I bought the limited edition that came with the DLC. Well, it didn't come with the DLCs. I think I bought the DLCs as well. Yeah, I'm not going to be low on bullets if I try to kick or slice those enemies to death. Diversity was the buzzword for the longest time in video game development, right? That's, you know, our games are diverse, our characters are diverse. That was getting games like high review scores on Metacritic, where game developers and where publishers were putting limitations on game developers, where you have to get this high a Metacritic score in order to get your bonuses. Then yes, developers were going out of their way to make all their games as diverse as possible, because that's where the reviewers' scores were. It has now become apparent that chasing Metacritic scores means jack shit, because you can have a high Metacritic score and then still have a game that is a financial failure, like Concord. It's become apparent that gamers have, for whatever reason, now, depending on who you ask, the games media will say, because they're racist misogynists, but for whatever reason, gamers have decided that they're sick of seeing, you know, good games potential be squandered. I mean, I am too. Oh, that thing about, like, it being... about Concord being the Star Wars project. The one that was going to be huge for Sony and be a huge financial success for them and make them shit tons of money. That's hilarious. That they genuinely thought it was going to be a big money maker. There's got to be a way to heal in this game. I love the map screen. It's a complete tonal shift. Oh hey, my health refilled. Oh great, that explodes. Great. God, this is normal difficulty. Somebody on the development team tailored this game's difficulty to the best person on their team. Hold your fire, Third Knight. We are your allies. I am William Wayhart, and I humbly request you follow us to our safe house, Knight. Unfortunately, it's not wise to linger outside as of late. I'm sorry for the hurriedness, but I am sure you are aware we are in a really precarious situation. I must offer my thanks, Lord Wayhart. I was hoping the local lords would organize some sort of resistance to the invaders. Thank you, kind knight. Unfortunately, our numbers are low, and morale is not great. However, we have plenty of supplies and armaments to support all of the islanders. Steam page is questionable with Resident Evil 1 and Dead Space inspirations. This... Dead Space may be in the gore. Resident Evil 1 may be in, like, the gothic interiors, but yeah. Oh, it's a different Skautfold. There's 3. There were 2 before this one, and then this one, Into the Fray. And I have it on good authority that I don't need to have played the other 2 to be able to play and enjoy and follow this one. Major Van Helsing vibes from this, and the main character, like, is like Wish.com Vincent Valentine. I need not remind you of the events 2 years ago. Deep scars have been left on the island, and the locals begged me to create a safe house in case something similar should ever happen again. Normally I would have to arrest you on the spot for this, and I must assure you this will not be overlooked, despite the convenience and help it may provide in the coming days. I fully understand and take full responsibility for it, my knight. Now, under my full military authority as the Third Knight of the Empire, and General of the Intelligence Division, I officially enroll every capable man and woman on the island to assist me in restoring the Empire's peace. As you wish, my knight. The island has been mostly taken by SOW rebels, and the air is filled with the fog. Most of the islanders have gone missing, and we are currently trying to locate where they are held. Hey Kong, how's it going? I have information on that, which I wish to investigate. Oh, I have information on that, which I wish to investigate. I'm Hido. To what's happening? I'm playing Skautfold, Into the Fray. Oh, there's 5 of them. I thought there were 3. Well, I stand corrected. There were 3 available on Keymailer. Wrong of me to assume there were only 3 in the series. For the time being, I order you to hold this hideout and take in any local stragglers. Now we have a safe place to organize and rest. Okay. Need you to tell me where the internment camp is right away. It's in the forest just above Church Oak Cove. Snatchers. Gaunts. Had no time to build anything, but the natural boundaries make it defensible enough. Well, a good day to you, Sir Knight. A good day to you, too. I didn't think there would be a pub underground. What kind of game is this? It is a top-down shooter. Well, you see, the good Lord William made sure we won't go thirsty-like. I thank the good Lord for that. I'm sure you do. Say, when was this establishment set up exactly? Well, I see where this is going. I know what the Lord did is all illegal-like. If we want to discuss it all technical-like. It's not a technicality. This is an armed hideout, with a good supply of alcohol on top of it. Now, excuse me, Knight, but I think you'd know it best why this place was dug here. We are all locals, and we've all heard about the manor and what transpired there. Need I remind you of the oath you all took about that? Don't misunderstand, we didn't babble to outside folks, but equally we are in no business of repeating past mistakes, you see. Hotline Miami? Yeah, sort of, yeah. Yeah. You'll see how close a comparison that is once we get into gameplay. Well, I had family and close friends working the manor. We all heard of the horrors that went down, and none of them came from there with their sanity intact. And by the by, did it not prove useful as the rebel scum invaded? This place can house most of the islanders and also provide for them for weeks. Now, good night. There is no need to get all accusatory. The Lord only had the best interests of the islanders in mind. I see. He's trying to get them in trouble for giving me a safe place. Drink a pint. Yes. The buzz. Please drink responsibly. Oh. Oh, there's all guns and knives here. I guess it just shows everything I've unlocked. Easton. No one has alcohol like Easton. Okay. So it was north to Oak Cove, isn't it? Oh, Church Oak Cove. How do I get there? Aha! Okay. Like all levels in this game, I'm about to get my ass kicked. The ruins of St. Andrew's Church. This is where Guildford held his unconventional marriage ceremony. He got married to a pug. I'll have the shotgun shells. Okay. Vision engine. Oh, the same engine that powered Dark powers Dark Apes. Does it power Dark Vampires too? Does it power every game with the name Dark in it? It's an unwritten rule that if you're making a game called Dark, it has to be made with the Vision engine. Oh, fuck. gonna die! Is there seriously no way to heal? Fuck me. Shit. Like, if this game had health pickups, I think this might be my favorite game of all time. But Psycho Toxic. That has come up in recent discussion. Not on our stream here, but on Bad Run Club. It is a low-key, legendarily bad FPS. Ooh. The fog is less than a mile out to sea. Like, if I could absorb the enemies when they die and get their health, like in, I don't know, Metal Gear Rising, this would be a fantastic game, but the difficulty has me on edge to the point of slight worry. Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams was made in the same engine as Dark and Dark Apes. That's... No, no way! No, Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams was Unreal Engine. Has to be. Right? UE3 or UE4, surely. I refuse to accept it. Like, why does my ammo go down so fast? Because I shoot 3 bullets every time I shoot the shotgun. Great. Starting to think the RPG mode might have, you know, made me a little bit more powerful. I'm gonna have to rely more on the cleaver when dealing with the eyeballs as well. Gotta be better with my aiming. They can fire at me before I even know. That I'm getting shot at. This is when I find out this game has heals, but like, I've been walking past one very specific thing that I could destroy with my sword this whole time. I was thinking maybe I can chop up, like, the enemies' bodies or something. You know. Blood style, maybe I could, you know, beat enemies up to get hearts that I can eat. Whatever this cursed version of engine was used for Dark Apes, it creates files with the .v extension, and the only unpacker is for Wing Commander, which packs stuff differently. Have you tried... I know it sounds pretty obvious, and you probably have, but have you tried the Hyper Ripper that comes with Dragon Unpacker? I assume you have, given you've been able to get WAV files. But if it uses any generic file formats, the Hyper Ripper might be able to dig them out. This is risky. Oh, if it touches a person, it spawns another eyeball. That explains why there's so many here. Hyper Ripper. So it's part of Dragon Unpacker, which has Bob from Bubble Bobble as its icon. Very old piece of software. The Hyper Ripper is a feature inside of Dragon Unpacker. And it basically looks for files like wave.txt, stuff that has like pretty like blatant headers. I can't imagine it will be that effective, but I've used it in the past to rip BMPs and PNGs and GIFs out of visual novels and that sort of thing. So it definitely, you know, it might be able to pull out maybe some textures or some menu graphics or something. Hey, Tack, how's it going? This is Skautfold, a deviously fucking difficult top-down shooter that I'm enjoying, but it's also kicking my ass. I'm this close to restarting it on casual difficulty. Right. Shotgunners, I gotta be careful. Fuck. Made me lose so much health! Got him. It's one. I love this game's vibe. I really don't like this game's difficulty. But that's also because maybe I feel a little bit emasculated by how hard it is. And perhaps like, it says this cloak feasts on your enemies. No, it fucking doesn't, because I don't get health back when I kill an enemy. $12-3. That's good. Get in there. Loving the amount of frames on that bird. Right, that's everyone. All islanders freed. All islanders freed, and I didn't die. Lead islanders to safety. Just as I expected, a Knight of the Empire. Wonderful. Unfortunately, we cannot leave this place yet. Oh, thank God, the boss is a separate area. Oh. Fuck. Fuck. Trigun, I can see that. He's kind of got a bit of Vash the Stampede going on. A little bit of Vincent Valentine. Okay, a lot of Vincent Valentine. And of course, Alucard from Helsing as well. I'll be so glad once this Nightgaunt is dead. Stop doing this! You're just delaying the inevitable. That went well, considering your recent health. Put down the Lord Gaunt and ensure no more civilians will be snatched. Now we can lead the citizens back to the hideout and establish a basic foothold. Once we get back, you have a lot to answer for. Of course. It's time for you to start speaking honestly before I break your canister. Alright, take care, Jacob. Been working in close proximity to the princess for the last 2 years. Series of rituals to create a larger glyph on the island. If they manage to do that, they can bring in their allies from beyond our world. They have friends on the other side. Morale's improved. Update on my game hunt. Finally secured Bloodstone for PS3. Nice one. It's a good time, it is. It's a good game. Checks out. Equip masks. Dream. What the? Hear me, ape. English language is primitive. Got it. Kijog Huga Chaghul. I see. There is a lot of Lovecraftian influence in this. Something in that cupboard. And I can't kick in here. I'd be curious to find out how well it runs on console. So I mean, like, PC is practically flawless. It's such a good, I presume, port. I imagine Bloodstone wasn't made for PC first. There are signs that many of the graves were disturbed lately. Mutilated beyond recognition. With the Vatican being involved in this, definitely getting Helsing vibes now. This grave has my name on it! I did not miss the effects of the fog on my mind, I have to focus. I hear a pug nearby. Mark IV precision rifle acquired. Nice one. Definitely hearing it outside. There we go, it was hidden there. Oh my god! The fuck is that thing? Ah. Yeah, she's my favorite in Nyaruko as well. Shit. Ceres Victoria, you've got the Halkonen Mark IV Ferguson. It shoots silver bullets, anti-werewolf rounds. Sudden Lovecraftian turn reminds me they fixed the lighting for Bloodborne on Shad PS4. Oh. Is it playable in full yet? Bloodborne is one of those games that's still, like, too expensive to buy. Second-hand copies are still, they're a little bit too much. Markings in candle fat. How dare. Would help if my aim was better. I know it would defeat the point, but a lock-on would make this game so good. Well, yeah, you would think with the amount of copies Bloodborne sold that it would be a bit cheaper on the second-hand market. Oh, come on! I didn't even have an opportunity to react. I was shot as soon as I walked through the doorway. How is that fair? This level doesn't seem anywhere near as difficult as the last one. Hi, Luna. I'm doing good. I didn't ask you yet, but I'm glad to hear you're doing good. Oh no, I spoke too soon about this level being easier than the others. Alright. Wonder how the RPG mode works in this. If I can upgrade my health stats to not be absolutely terrible. Oh, fuck! I'm getting shot before I have a chance to react! Die written in candle fire. Just candles. Yeah. Getting slightly more difficult to see where the traps are as well. All these books use illegible symbols. Recovered from the Citadel's library. They're written in Japanese. This book is made to order! Did the original Diablo have like a lot of like Lovecraftian shit going on? I've not played it, so I don't know. Gothic horror. Yeah, that's firmly where I would put this. Gothic horror. But there's bits of Lovecraftian in it. With the language that they're speaking. It's very... very House of Arlier, you know? Ritual has been disrupted. This way. Did I see an area that was blocked off before? Silence and absence of enemies, yeah. The thing that gets me is just that the difficulty has me on edge the whole time. Yeah, I think that's it for the crypt. I think I'm going to have to come out of the crypt. Whatever I'm looking for is outside. Okay, I do have to go back down there. Mask has been found. That was so well hidden as well. So definitely hotline Miami if there's masks I can find and equip. Whee! Spin! Not that way either. What are the Beyblade video games like? Not that I'm thinking, let's do a Beyblade tier list, because I don't know the first thing about Beyblade, other than the dub having a song that went, "'Cause I'm the underdog." That's like all I really know about Beyblade. I know there was one on the PlayStation 1. Because I have that somewhere. Like, if they're sort of like RPGs and you get like a Beyblade that you equip things to and you level it up, that might be kind of enticing. But if it's just spinning tops in it, I'm probably not interested. Look, maybe I'm just dumb, but it's not apparent where I need to go now. I've disrupted the ritual. Oh, this also reminds me of, like, a top-down version of Dishwasher. It's got Dishwasher vibes. But nowhere near as, like, scratchy and black and white as Dishwasher. Email notifications at this time of night? Fucking indie gala. You just need a button that says, I have no money, that you can just press, and then people stop emailing you about things to buy. I am so lost right now. I feel like I've examined this entire area. Like, front to back. I feel like I've spent more time in here than the developers have. So... check around the outside. Exit the area? Oh, right, okay. I was just meant to leave. I heard the good knight interrupted a ritual being performed in the catacombs. I cannot thank the knight enough. Save it. I need to dismantle their operations as fast as possible. If you have gathered any information yet, I would love to hear it. Worry not, knight. We are not just sitting on our backsides here. We have managed to capture a few SOW soldiers and convince them to give us information. Now, if at the bottom it had said, like, ritual has been disrupted, you can now leave the area. You know? We learned that they may have moved into the abandoned laboratory of Nikola and restored it to working order again. Nikola Tesla. Worse still, Nikola is on the island himself. Can you confirm what William said? Yes, as far as I know, they had a famous scientist working with them. Yeah, return to hideout. Yeah, that would have been handy. Drink a fucking pint. I'm good, thanks. Right. Oh, I see. You have to cycle through them multiple times by pressing. That wasn't clear. Okay. Red hood. Kind of shit. It's kind of a shit mask. And it's more of a hood than a mask. Southwest of the island. Oh, I see. The red circle, yeah. So what's this area? Oh, rituals to interrupt. You had me at rituals to interrupt. I lost so much health in that first room. Oh my god, there is a sludge. It looks like that boss out of Ninja Gaiden. The jelly with like 100 eyeballs in it. Oh fuck, that hurts! It's green and it came out of an enemy! I thought it might be health! Oh, fuck me. I think this game, but with health pickups, would be peak. So frustrating. Absolutely frustrating. I took damage straight away! And there's no restart area. If you want to restart, then it's back to main menu. Ambush ahead! You clearly haven't suffered enough. Now there's ambushes. Find and arrest Nikola T. Are they afraid they can't use the name Tesla because of Elon Musk? I see. I thought maybe I could use it to attack enemies, but apparently not. It's only designed to hurt me. For a lot of these publisher opportunities during spooky streams, I've put like multiple numbers in the thumbnail, like part 1, part 2. This is one part. I don't know how true it is, but it says I've only been streaming for an hour and a half. And if that's the case... then this is one of those games where an hour and a half feels like 3 hours. This game has Babby mode. It has easy and Babby modes. So I would be able to complete it. It's just the normal difficulty really would benefit from health pickups. Better get some, like, Tesla fucking gun from this stage. Better get, like, a portable Tesla coil. I like that there's only music when you enter combat. And I like how cleanly it sort of fades out and stops. Like, for a game that has, like, pixel indie sort of amateur vibe, the sound design, environment design, enemies are cool, the setting is great. And when given the opportunity to play as an agent of the British Empire, well, as an agent of the British Empire, I can relate. Man, like, if the boxes on the ground dropped health pickups on this difficulty, the game would be perfect. Like, that really is the one gripe I have. Is there are boxes I can destroy and there's nothing in them. And if there was the occasional health pickup, even if it was only worth 1 square, Now, it might be the case that, you know, the game is tailored more for the RPG mode. And that's where, you know, the stats come in. Maybe this sort of more standard action mode, maybe less time was spent on it, or maybe it wasn't tailored to be ever so slightly easier because it was designed to be hard, or, you know, there's a million things that could be the case. I think most realistically, it could be that developer has tailored the game to their skill level. And of course, them knowing their game inside and out means the difficulty is going to be higher if it's tailored to them. I feel like I'm getting better at it the more I play. But I'm worried I'm going to hit a point where the difficulty is going to be too high. And the game has already said you can't change your difficulty level once you've started. You'll have to start over. It says that on the difficulty screen. So it reaches that point where I'm concerned that, you know, I won't be able to beat it unless I start over and pick casual. In which case, yeah, I would make the progress a lot faster than I have playing on this stream. Like, I would get back up to here in, like, 35 minutes. If I was skipping every dialogue and, you know. But I would feel a little bit annoyed having to do it all again. Just makes me skeptical that there's going to be a part 2 is all. Boom. Just out of curiosity, I want to see what these other modes are like. Because that's something we can do. So if I go new save and I go RPG mode, or normal. So this is the mode that gives me stats. Like, I'm wondering if I'm going to see a menu when I pause with, like, inventory and, like, a stat readout. Can't skip cutscenes. Notice how I have no health in this section. I'm invincible. How nice it would be to stay invincible like the prologue. A cutscene skip would be nice. Yeah, I think I was going to suggest adjustments to the game. I would say the occasional health pickup on normal. An indication when an area is clear and you can leave, I think would be a major one. And a cutscene skip. Well, there's nothing that indicates yet that it's an RPG-like system. It's the first stage that I'm already carnally familiar with, having already died on it once. Trying to switch the shotgun, I haven't picked it up yet. It's at the end of this room. It doesn't seem much different than the action mode. There's no indication of RPG stats or functions. Right, I want to see what the lower difficulty looks like. Like, the difference between normal and casual seems so drastic. Enemies are on default settings. You mean enemies shoot you immediately as soon as you enter the screen and you don't even have a moment to react? Versus, enemies are passive. Enemies will sometimes engage in infighting. Enemies will frequently engage in infighting. You take normal damage, you take reduced damage. You know, if you want to play this mode, you have to not look hot anymore. You have to look like a pushover. Gore is disabled and replaced with flowers. Let's boot it up. I want to see this. Alright, take care, Vlad. I want to see this. I want to see what this looks like. What weak mode looks like. Furthermore, I'm curious if the achievements are difficulty related. There are. There are difficulty-related achievements. Oh look, flowers. I mean, I think I've shown enough of this for anybody who's watching to know whether or not they want to check this out. You'll know looking at this whether this is a kind of game you're interested in or not. I think it's marred a little by its difficulty, which I understand is part of its design. But they do offer, you know, modes to at least be able to play the game in full. But yeah, it's going to be a difficult recommend for me based on its difficulty. But like I said, if you've liked what you've seen, it's probably a game you'd be interested in. It's probably a game that you should check out. But it's difficult for me to recommend otherwise. Love the aesthetic, love the setting, love all the British slang, Briticisms, but the difficulty is just a little bit too high for me to be able to relax with it. And then the next difficulty down sort of mocks you for playing on a lower difficulty. And I get that probably comes from the 90s inspiration, like a lot of games like Duke Nukem, Doom would poke fun at the player and laugh at them if they pick a lower difficulty. I've always found that a little bit sort of crass. But if that doesn't bother you, then, you know, picking this up and playing through it on casual is probably a good time. I'm going to go. Once again, thank you very much, Red Art Games, for the key. Thank you very much, Keymailer, for the opportunity. You have been absolutely incredible to me so far, and I absolutely appreciate the opportunities that you've given me. This one maybe didn't land with me quite the way I was expecting it to, but there's a lot in it to like, and I might return to it sometime as a casual, but it's going to be off the agenda now for the rest of Spooky Month at least. In the words of the late Robbie Rotten, Oh, let's try something else. But once again, thank you very much for the opportunity. Right, I'm going to go. Some idiot moved some furniture a while ago and struck a pipe, potentially, that's now pissing water out when we use our central heating. So oh, there's somebody coming to look at it tomorrow, which means I need to clear the area still. So I'm gonna go so I can get a good hour of like tidying done to make the area more accessible. All right. Until next time, if we live that long, take care. Bye bye.